Hey everyone, welcome back to Timberborn. And I know if you're just tuning in to this episode and you've been following along the previous episodes, you're going to see a lot on the screen that I've added. I went ahead and took the liberty of just going into like a engineering build mode to save you all the struggle of watching me think through how I wanted to build up this main sector here. As you can see, I have gone ahead and built the housing up the cliffside like I wanted to, and I've kind of changed around how I did the warehouse here, and I think I got a really cool design here. Got some lanterns in there, a little beaver statue, and they're still building out the roof. Now, one thing I'm going to struggle with here, not really struggle, but it's going to take some extra thought, is once the majority of this construction gets done, and I'll show you actually what is in the plans here shortly. One thing I'm going to have to do is add on all the roofing structures and figure out how to get to the places that are too high for the beavers to reach. So that'll be its own little development a little later on. But right now, another thing that I've done was tried to spruce up the industrial sector back here along the Badwater. And I've got a couple more water wheels that need to come in. I've got some windmills placed up on the cliffside here. And eventually what I want to do is kind of cross over with the housing to this other cliff and kind of turn that into some housing as well. So there is going to be a ton of housing. As you can see from the amount of beavers we have so many beavers to put to work still, and I've been trying to employ them without getting ahead of myself per se. So I moved the district center down here closer to the river so that we could reach farther this way. I've added some more forestry and logging, another forester over here on the right. I've got an underground storage for logs that I want to build kind of right there in the center. And over here, I've added some maple, some pine, so we can go ahead and start preparing for how to use those next. We did make it through our first bad tide, and it was beautiful. I've changed the dam over here on the backside here as well. It doesn't need to be that high. I just kind of thought it looked better to keep some current going down straight along that river there, because when I removed it in order to get these buildings over here, and I'll show you that in a sec, the current actually stopped going that way and it all wanted to come down in this direction. I've also dammed off the Badwater from coming over here to give us a little more flexibility there and keep the Badwater over in this direction. So I would like to use this cliffside as well eventually. As far as getting over there, that'll be another project. This is a really cool cliff. I feel like there's so much that we can do with that. And some more forest up here. One thing I'm thinking about is getting in some chestnuts. You can see I've added the wheat over here and a little more farming to support all of these beavers that we have coming in, and some of these houses aren't even available yet, so once those paths get connected, I'm sure we'll have even more. So we have more beavers sitting around, kind of just enjoying life as the trend continues there. But we also have a lot of industrial buildings that are going to come in. You can see some stuff in the works there. And the focus of like my last 10-20 minutes of playing without recording was just getting the logging back on track, because I had tried to build so much that I ran out of logs and planks. So I kind of had to put all the construction on pause in order to kind of spruce that back up. Spruce, like a spruce tree. There you go. So let me go ahead and show you what is still in the works here. And that is what we're going for. I've got this really cool idea for this warehouse industry. So much warehouse room there. I'm only using 2 of those right now for grilled potatoes and carrots, and there's 2 on top over here and 1 on bottom, another one over here, and I believe a medium on the backside. And I've actually snuck in a double lodge under those 2 medium warehouses right there on the left of the warehouse complex. So that's cool. And you can see I've moved around the gear shops. I don't really need the gears at the moment. We still have 72. What is this? Yeah, the wood workshop there and some paper mills over here. And you can see I've got the grist mills here, 2 of those. I've already kind of got a full load of wheat. A couple more water wheels in the back here. And I've been putting these platforms over top the river just to maximize the space we have here to build on. I think it kind of looks cool too. Kind of covers up the tide, and we can put more industrial buildings, production buildings over here if we need to, and kind of maximize that space before we start moving up the hill here. And then eventually we'll connect all of these and upgrade these windmills to the larger ones. I've got a cool bridge complex, suspension bridge going across here so we can reach the other side. I don't have anything prioritized at the moment. The things that I did have prioritized, they've kind of completed. That way we could get our logging and our planks back online. And here's another suspension bridge over here. And this cool little outer staircase. I think this adds a cool dynamic to the housing. Is on this side we have this little water that's coming underneath, right? And the platforms and the walkways and the housing is kind of built on top of that. And then over here on this side, the housing is built along the cliffside, and the walkway is on the outside. I just think that's a pretty cool dynamic there. I see a pathway that I need to add here, I believe. Yeah, get that all connected. And then, a little bit of roof under there just to make it look kind of cool. And then we'll add more direct decoration as we go. You can see the sanctum down here. I tried to fit it up on top, but there was just no space. It was 1 or 2 spaces off from being fully encompassed by the ground, and it has to be built on the ground. So kind of unfortunate there, but then it sparked another idea of having another campfire on top and to build the housing a little bit higher up here, which I think will look cool. I kind of want to make it just a little bit taller if we can, and then kind of keep coming around this side and then swing over to this other cliff. So lots of room for housing still, and lots of room for jobs. Now right here, this path here is going to be a reminder for me to irrigate this and try to turn this into farming as well. Get as much green up here as possible, because I think that would just look so cool if you just, from this angle, if this was all farm and then you just have these massive complexes in the back. Production storage is something that I'm still thinking about, because I kind of wanted this to be food, this major warehouse here. But if we can sneak a couple production storages in there, we'll do that as well if we don't need the food storage. So that is pretty much everything I've been working on. You can really see the detail of the platforms and the walkways, the single lodges, the double lodges, a couple triple lodges in there, just to make it a little bit authentic compared to, when I watch other people do these recordings, they just kind of build these same structures flat on the ground. And I wanted to take a different approach to my building style. I wanted to really utilize what the beavers are good at and this wood engineering, and just make it look super cool. So I think this side of this cliff is just already looking excellent and gonna look even cooler once the rest of these details. There's another rooftop terrace up here if you didn't catch that, and a little windmill for decoration. That's just so cool. So I'm thinking about just letting it run here for a while and then seeing where we're at. I've got some things planned here with the large water pumps, and then another tapper up there to kind of focus on the pine. A little pine storage here, which is already pretty much full, so you know, we'll just let those trees sit. We might even get somebody up here to cut a few of those down and take advantage of those logs, but a lot of these logs are going to come in here shortly. I had the loggers, the choppers on pause, and then I let 2 of them go again just to get some type of lumber going again. So let's go ahead and throw this on high speed, and let's see what these beavers get up to. I have all of the construction paused at the moment because I wanted to get way ahead on these piles over here, and I think we still have, okay, we've got full logs there. I've got at least 1 plank going here. That's good. Maybe we unpause this one as well. And you can see our power is doing really good now because I've connected all of these water mills. And I tried to go down with them. If you think that looks a little funky, that might have been a waste right there in particular, but I thought the water level was going to be a little higher, which I might just throw in a dam on the end here and just raise it slightly just to cover up some of that. I think that would look really cool. Like it does. No, it doesn't do that. We just haven't built that yet. It's going to come all the way up the river here. But yeah, a combined power of over 500 right now is pretty good. I think we're getting some pretty good power out of these ones down here. That one's doing pretty good. Yeah, I think that one's our best one so far. Yeah. Not great, but it's better than nothing. So once I feel like we've got a full storage of logs again, I think we'll unleash the construction workers. So we're going to go ahead and just let this run for a moment. Another thing I want to do is move this little science sector somewhere else. I just haven't really thought where I want it to go yet. Maybe back here. Maybe we sneak it in here. Or maybe I just make this like a little warehouse area like it is already, but add some more over here because we've got these stairs that are going to come down right here. Easy access to the production area, and we could build even more warehouses, maybe with a little different roof shape and a little bit lower. I think that would be cool because that's already such a massive complex, and I think it's a good height compared to what we have going on over here on the right. So yeah, what are we missing from this? I'd like to complete this. 60 planks. That would be really cool to complete. Let's throw that on high priority and maybe like unleash a couple workers on that. Maybe unleash these workers as well, increase them. Once these workers get unleashed, like we kind of just did, the logs are going to go away quickly again, so... So many beavers. I wonder what the rest of them are doing. I see them in the campfire, I see them in the Lido. That's why I need this little religious sanctum unleashed. Oh yeah, we'll see, we're almost done there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and pause these again. Not the hauling post, excuse me. The builder's hut and the district center. Oh, and I forgot to rename the district again. I'll think about that. There we go. Supply. Extract. What is this? Unable to get all the required materials. So we need something for this. When the green beacons are lit, it's a sign for folk tales to gather. So are we not able to use that just yet? That's unfortunate, but it looks really, really cool. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I could fit 2 more water storages right here. And I think just because those are by the pumps and they're going to supply the water to the top side here as well. Where else could I put some water? I feel like we definitely need to keep the water nearby the homes and nearby the jobs. That's why I have one over here. And these are all on supply. And these are all on obtain, the small ones. And I think that's good because the haulers can just take it over to these small ones and you can kind of fit them in to the engineering and the building. So, okay, we're doing good. We're up to 95 planks after the 60 that we just burned through to get this agora up. Just whatever perspective I choose is pretty cool. So this is just a thought, but one thing that I really wanted to do is actually divert this river this way. Well, here's one thing. I'm going to run some water back through here. This is going to happen, and we need to start collecting this and these berries for other production purposes. But I want to run this water back here, maybe just build some levees and get the water into this area back here. And this is a really cool waterfall and can provide a lot of power as well and make this whole area green. So that's one thing, and that's going to divert a couple tiles of water flow that way. And that'll weaken the water flow here, which is already being split. So my thought was to kind of snake the water, close off these floodgates, and then snake the water through here and have it drop down level by level and generate not only a massive amount of power over here, but control the flow of water and then eventually direct it back through here into the main river there, and then just block off this area because you can see there are 2, I believe there's one right here. There's a metal pit here and a metal pit here. So I really want to get access to those. And that's why I started experimenting with moving this district center down this way to try to get, so you can see we can get, we can really get all the way over here. And we could build that. And then we'd have to raise the water level up here by building some dams real quick. Maybe like a set of levees and then a set of dams, and it would raise it up about 1.5, 2 tiles and get the water down that way. That would be really cool. So why don't I, in fact, let us get a path back here. And let's get a logger. And let's start cutting down. Let's start chopping all these trees back here. Let's get that, and then I'll just mark the rest of these too when we build a staircase down there. Let's get those trees knocked down. That'll be good. Let's get this on high priority, please. We're up to 600 logs. Have we started filling in this one? Yes, we have. How about the planks? Okay, we're closing in on 180. So we'll keep that going, and let's unleash the workers. And just watch how fast this stuff starts popping up. So I got 2 builders hut and then our main district center. So that's 12 workers, and we also have, what, 10 haulers. So yeah, looking pretty cool. And again, I'm just gonna let them build pretty much whatever they can build, and then I'll worry about those last minute details later, like the roofs and stuff, a little later on, because it's a process. So I don't particularly care too much what gets built first. I'm just gonna let them do their thing, except for these little details here. Like, I'm sure this is already up. Yep, there we go. Kind of on his own back there. Yeah, one thing I do want to do is let's build a medium warehouse back here. We're actually going to need 2 medium warehouses, but maybe I build a large one? Nah, 2 mediums should do the trick. Just as some supply warehouses. We'll do one like that, and we'll put a space, and we'll do one like that. Let's get those on high priority, please. I would like this one to be for berries, and I would like this one to be for scrap. Or do we need a yard for that? Let's pause this. Scrap metal? I don't see it. It must be a large pile then. Well, in that case, let's switch that around. Did they already add? Yes, log set. Okay, cool. No worries. Let's get this here. And let's get this. Yeah, that's fine. Here. I want this to be scrap metal. Thank you. And this to be berries. There we go. Let's add a little roof because we're professionals here. And let's get these going. And then what we'll do is we'll get started on gathering some scrap metal. Get this area cleared out. Let's get that on high priority as well. Thank you. All right, perfect. Oh yeah, and the berry gatherer. Let's get this gathering flag. Can we? Oh, because the... Oh man, that's unfortunate. Bad placement for these stairs here. Let's get them somewhere else. Let's maybe get them here. And then they can go down and gather those as well. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Yep. And I need that high priority as well. Let's get this done. Okay, looking good. Awesome. Already started gathering the scrap. Perfect. And the cool thing is as soon as we build something, it's going to be filled by a position there because we've got half of our beavers that need work right now. They want to contribute to our society, and we won't even let them. We got 25 kids ready to grow up too, so this is getting pretty crazy here. Pretty crazy. These trees are going to be demolished because I could replant these ones along the edge here, those 5, 6, 7, 8. I just need to add a contamination barrier there because the bad tide will come in and decided to just destroy these barren trees that you see there. For some reason, that is how that worked. And I'm really not a huge fan of this upper deck of trees anyway, so I might tear that down because when I look at it this way, I just feel like it takes away from my view of the river, of the waterfall. And I want to get these trees down over here, and then we'll do some kind of farming up here with the rest of the houses, so that'll look really cool eventually. Oh, and awesome, we got maple syrup. We're gonna have to get our bakeries going soon. In that case, oh, here it is, another bad tide. Excellent. We got 3 days until that. No worries there because we just divert the bad water down this way, and it just flows out that way. And only those trees, I believe, will be affected. We'll see what happens again, but no big deal there. So I kind of tested it out. We've been through one bad tide already. This is looking good. Okay, and do we have this on accept? Very good. That's starting to fill up. And excellent. We're already starting to gather berries there. I'd like a full warehouse of berries. Can we get this? I don't like that just to be left undone if we can complete that. Oh, and look at this. They have done some of the roofing. That is so cool. They've done the windmill too up here. Very, very cool. Very cool. What is this sign here? Stranded. Oh, shit. Who's stranded? Somebody just got unstranded. Okay. And we have 2 water towers at the top here. So how do we build extract? We gotta figure that out, because we need that for the sanctum. Maybe that's medical? Maybe that's part of the medical? Let's see. Where is well-being? Herbalist. Nope, that's not. That's not what that is. Oh yeah, we needed the berries. We need paper. And whatever that is. What is that? Is that sunflower? No. Is it? I thought we could plant berries. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, dandelion. Oh, here we go. We can plant the blueberries. That is phenomenal. Okay. Well, all the more reason. Okay. Very cool. Well, this is already like a full berry field though, so we don't really need it at the moment. But we do need that dandelion, and we do need some paper. But I also need warehouses for this. So let's think about this. I think I'd like to just throw it in here, and maybe keep it at a little bit offset would be cool. But I can only fit 1, 2. We'd have to change this path back up, or keep it in line with these. And then why not just throw in these large warehouses too? Okay, I mean, two large warehouses here with a little bit of a front this way would be pretty cool. And we could probably store, but we really don't know what we need. Well, I'm going to think about that. But I'm glad I could show you all what I've been working on. Please let me know if you have any ideas or if I missed something. I know there's just so many details in here, and we're probably going to have to add more showers and other items for these beavers' well-being. We're doing good on food. The water levels are being maintained, and the wood is doing what I expected it to, which is depleting very quickly because of all this construction. But doesn't that look just excellent? Look at that. What a mega housing complex that turned out to be. And I have plans to expand it even more. We just need to start employing these beavers. So thanks for joining in, and we'll keep up with this cool work here. I think I got some more ideas I need to work on, like adding some production storage. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.